Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about something that kind of drives me crazy sometimes, and that is being healthy. More specifically, what drives me crazy is when people disregard their health and don't care about it, and they don't do anything to improve it. People don't try to be healthy at all, and sometimes I see people who just don't care about what they eat and what they do, and honestly that drives me crazy. Maybe I'm just weird, but seeing people have such disregard for their health just rubs me the wrong way. And I wanted to make this video to talk about why you should be healthy and what to do, how to be healthy, because it really is pretty simple. And just talk about some benefits of taking better care of yourself. And so the first thing is to eat healthy. This is one of the things that I don't like when I see people doing it, or not doing it, I should say. But really you can't blame them, honestly, because it's so easy to eat things that are bad for you. They're everywhere. They're in grocery stores, there's like desserts at events and things like that. And I live in the United States, and I thought about what it would be like to live in Europe, because I'm pretty sure they have a lot less like processed junk foods. I could be wrong, but in like Western Europe, I think they have less processed snacks and things like that. And America needs that, because so many people eat these processed foods and they're just terrible for you. Like if you look at the ingredients, there's a million different things. And really just processed foods in general are bad for you. I don't know like the exact science behind it, but just it's in your best interest to avoid them. And yet so many people just constantly eat processed foods. You can't really blame them because of how easily accessible they are. Like Red 40. I just thought of this, but Red 40, I'm fairly certain, is banned in Europe. But in the United States, it's not. And it's in a lot of foods and snacks, mostly like snack type things. But a lot of food has Red 40, and a lot of foods have fake ingredients in general. There's some things that say no sugar, but then they have fake artificial sweeteners or whatever. Sucralose is one of those fake sugar things. It's not actual sugar, so they can say there's no sugar, but then in the ingredients there's sucralose, which is just a fake sweetener, so it's still bad for you. And fast food is another thing that so many people eat, and it's so bad for you. And I'm not perfect. I eat fast food sometimes too. I try not to have it that much, and I try to avoid junk food like snacks and stuff like that. And I really don't eat snacks anymore, like chips or processed snack foods. But I do eat fast food sometimes, and so do other people, and it's not good. Fast food causes heart disease, and it clogs your arteries and things like that. And that's just the actual food, but a lot of the time when people go to fast food restaurants, they'll get drinks like milkshakes or pop or soda, depending on where you're from. But yeah, these drinks are terrible. They have tons of sugar in them, and sugar is what causes diabetes and obesity. And that combined with, like I said earlier, how there's desserts and cookies and stuff like that at events and gatherings and parties and things like that. And that's probably why so many people in this country are fat. And like I said earlier, people just, well, I don't want to say that. Some people, I should say, don't care about what they eat. And they eat these bad things with no regard for their health, and I think that's bad. And it's a shame because the answer of what to do is so simple. I think I said that earlier. It's so simple of how to avoid that and how to be healthy. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. And this is kind of just a rant. But either way, all you have to do is just avoid the processed foods, avoid the junk food and the sugar and stuff like that. Just eat things that have only one ingredient. Just eat like real food. And this is kind of another thing, but even some foods that aren't like obviously junk are still bad for you. Hot dogs, well, I guess hot dogs are pretty obviously not good for you, but still hot dogs are bad for you. Hot dogs are processed, and I looked it up, and they can even cause cancer. And that's for all the processed foods like I talked about. They're really not good for you, and they can cause serious health problems. Another thing is sausage, and this is something that I didn't even know until I looked it up. And I don't know if this is something that's commonly known, but sausage is processed as well. I like to eat sausage breakfast sandwiches, but even those aren't good for you. But anyway, like I was saying, the answer is so simple because all you have to do is eat real food. I like to think that if something is bad for you, then you shouldn't eat it. Well, I mean, like when you say it like that, it sounds obvious, but when there's something that looks good in front of you, it can be difficult to resist eating it. But I try to remind myself that it's not worth the temporary satisfaction because you'll end up feeling bad afterwards, and of course, it's bad for your health. So just eat real food that isn't processed and that doesn't have a million ingredients. And I also talked about the drinks. A lot of people drink stuff that has a ton of sugar in it and alcohol as well. Obviously, not in the same drink. At least I don't think, or maybe there is something like that now that I think about it. I'm not sure. I'm actually not old enough to drink alcohol if that's not obvious by my voice. But even kids my age drink alcohol, and that is just so bad for you. No matter how old you are, alcohol is really bad for you. So yeah, just drink. I mean, I honestly mostly just drink water. I drink milk sometimes, but mostly just water. And another thing is that, like I said, people drink bad things instead of water. And another thing is that, like I said, people drink bad things instead of water. But another thing is that people don't drink enough water. People don't drink nearly enough water, at least from what I can tell. I'm sure there are some people who do, but there are probably a lot of people who don't drink a lot of water. I kind of sound like a health nut, and I mean, I guess that's because I am. But like I said, it's so simple. Like, you really don't have to be. Well, I was going to say you don't have to be extreme, but I barely eat anything bad besides fast food every once in a while. But just don't eat or drink bad things. But anyway, if you're watching this and you don't drink water, then please do. And another thing is going outside. Going outside every day and seeing the sun, touching grass, if you will, is so important. Exercise is important. Move your body. Don't just sit down all day. And it could be just going for a walk. Just do something. And when you combine these things, when you eat healthy and when you go outside, you honestly just feel so much better. And of course, the long-term benefits are great as well. I just wanted to make this video to tell you to take care of your body because so many people don't, and I just had to talk about it. This might have sounded like a rant, but I guess that's okay. But yeah, please just take care of your body. Think about what you put into your body and exercise. Exercise is really good. Like I said, you'll feel better and you'll be better off in the long term. But yeah, that's about all that I had to say. If you got something out of this video, a like or subscribe would be appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.